This is estate planning attorney Jason Lindamood, and today I want to talk about the difference between having a will versus having a revocable living trust from a privacy standpoint, and which one may be best for your particular set of circumstances. So when we have a will and we die, then that will has to be probated, right? Now, what's that mean? That's a great question. In its most simple essence, that means that we file the will with the probate court in the county that we are living in at the time of our death. A probate judge from that county examines our will to make sure that it's legitimate, authentic, and that it complies with the laws of the state. And if you're watching this from Texas, it'll have to comply with the laws of the state of Texas, obviously. Then whoever we've designated as the executor, once it's been approved by the court, that executor will start the process to make sure that any remaining debts are paid before then distributing our property to our beneficiaries based on the wishes as they've been laid out in our will. Now, I say all of that to get to this. Our will, because it's filed with the court, is going to be a public record that, in theory, anybody will have access to. Now, is that a big deal for most people? Not usually. But if you're big on privacy and you aren't necessarily fond of people knowing what your estate includes or who it's going to, then that may be something to think about. That may be of some import to you in terms of the privacy issue. Now, on the other hand, a revocable trust keeps everything extremely private after you die because a trust does not have to be probated. In other words, there's nothing that needs to be filed as a public record. So, if a revocable trust is going to be the nucleus of your estate plan, then nobody has the right to see the contents of your trust other than you and the person or persons that you've named as your successor trustees. And those people will be the ones who will handle your affairs after you pass away. Now, the biggest benefit that clients find in going with a revocable trust as opposed to a will tends to be eliminating the need for probate for their loved ones and the time and expenses that tend to come with that. But having said that, privacy is also a reason to explore a revocable trust if that's something that also happens to be important to you based on your particular set of circumstances. So just a couple of things to think about as you examine what estate planning tools may or may not be right for you. I think that's all I have for you today. All comments, likes, and shares are greatly appreciated. And if you think this video was helpful at all, please feel free to pass it along. And I will talk to you again soon.